Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Doki-Doki Literature Club. As you have noticed, today I'm using my voice, since this is mostly a text-based game, and there isn't people talking, so I decided, you know what, I'll talk for this episode. Last time, if my memory is correct, we went on our second day, technically first day, but yeah, second day of going to the literature club, and we were tasked to write a poem, and that's what we're doing right now. So let's get started, shall we? I always find the poem system in this game weird, since it's literally a letter, and then everyone in the poetry thing says that, it's an amazing poem, yada yada, even though it's not. So let's get started on our amazing, spectacular, magnificent poem. Breathe. Okay, yeah, that's her, obviously. Q, joy. Essence. Sparkle. Grief. Atone. Cage. Puppy. Cry. Peace. I think when they're jumping, it means that letter is for them, so probably we should start picking someone to go down. Yuri is kind of weird because she's so closed off, but if we go with her, maybe we might get more into the story, maybe we'll get more in depth into the story. Natsuki is pretty cutesy, I guess, and she's got like that daredevil thing, so maybe her, but really not. Sayori is the in-between of both of them, so I think I'm just gonna go down the path of Sayori, since you know, she's a childhood friend and everything, so yeah. Monica said that she likes sad and happy things. So, sing. Rain cloud. Like, overtly sad, complex words is Yuri. Overtly cute and simplistic words is Natsuki. Like, Doki-Doki is gonna be her. And depression is probably going to be her. Let's go strawberry. Oh, that's her. Of course it is. Shiny. Of course it's her. Fester. Of course it's her. Heart. Shame. Why sure. Pain. Sunny. Sunset. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Giant Yo-Yo. Oh yeah, I have to create different voices for them. She's gonna be pretty high since, yeah. Hi, Giant Yo-Yo. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you into a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Are they Canadian or something? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then, she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the clubroom. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forgot that you spent all your money, so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. She's more intellectual, so... Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? A boot? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Yo-Yo to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I would accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Yuri. Oh, wait. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the clubroom before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Okay, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna do something from from GT Live, and I'm gonna make Natsuki, who's supposed to be the highest character, I'm gonna make her the lowest voice.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though.
Natsuki, that's not so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah. Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her hands around her.
Oh, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off her. Sayuri leans down and takes a big bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Her! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouth full, Sayuri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Where's Monica anywhere?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true.
Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
But boyfriend?
What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time.
That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must have not heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Giant Yo-Yo.
Monica smiles sweetly. What kind of pose? Who stands like that? Anyways. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently.
And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks.
So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared in the closet.
Giant Yo-Yo! Giant Yo-Yo!
Sayori suddenly comes up to me.
I'm gonna get some supplies from the other classroom. Wanna come with me?
Supplies? What for?
Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I needed to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks.
Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon.
Are you going with Giant Yo-Yo to get the supplies?
There's no need to trouble yourself.
I'd be happy to go with him.
Aww, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff.
Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay?
Okay. Ready, Giant Yo-Yo?
Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance.
A performance? Of what kind?
Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems.
That sounds kinda dull.
Giant Yo-Yo, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of a poem like, "Between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland." What's that?
Oh my gosh, what happened to my voice? Sorry? How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that.
You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know?
I know. I just meant that is pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self.
Don't say that. It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun.
Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again.
Hey, Giant Yo-Yo, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent some time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She is nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons!
Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf.
They're the best brand too.
They're kinda dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names.
Alright.
That one's down. That's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find...
Wait! I'm still looking for my favorite color.
Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
I dropped one by my... Oh! Yeah!
Sayori bends over and smacks their forehead right on the shelf. Ooh. It depends on how hard she hit it. Probably really hard. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap.
Ow, 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 ow.
You okay?
My forehead.
Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Jesus, guy's me. Come on, let me see. Sayori is sitting on the floor. I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori.
But it hurts.
Just do it for a second. Ooh, nice art. Customer, good. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow.
Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice.
Giant yo-yo.
Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do.
You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn.
Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead. Change of music, good. And is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box.
At least they were already in the wrong spot before I spilled them.
Sayori, here. I hand Sayori a bottle of apple juice.
It's nice and cold.
Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it.
Sayori, what are you doing?
It's for your forehead, idiot.
Ah. Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on the head.
It stings.
Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Giant Yo-Yo? This kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it?
Huh? What do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. But sometimes, when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know?
Did I really do that?
Yeah. You don't remember?
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head.
Giant Yo-Yo, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people.
No, he's not. No, he's not. And no, he's not. This dude is mean. Do not say... Whatever.
Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart.
Don't call me that. And I don't do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Giant Yo-Yo, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think you'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college, or after that. So, it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. Remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her.
I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know?
Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs.
Sayuri hops to her feet.
Ah!
She clutches her forehead again.
Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself.
Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyways, let's go. I follow Sayuri out of the classroom. Sayuri plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back.
Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayuri, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about it.
I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf.
Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed?
Uh-huh. We have it right.
Sayuri frantically glances around herself.
I forgot all the stuff.
Calm down, Sayuri. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Giant Yo-Yo. Well, Sayuri... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayuri.
I made it an adventure.
Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight.
Me too.
Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. We've always showed Monica first. Last time we showed Monica first, so I think, yeah. Hi again, Giant Yo-Yo. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon, you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. It's pretty good.
It makes me think of Sayuri, like the other one that you wrote. You're like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in the club, don't you? Then again, it's okay to be shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk with me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to people being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if it's putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, this is Monica's poem.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. like playing on a chalkboard, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless.
Load. Whoa. Okay. Load. What does she mean by load me? Like, load me in load the game sense, or the hey step bro, what are you doing in here? That kind of thing. You know, the intimate type. If you know, you know, you know? Yeah. I'm guessing it's a game because it's a game. But if she's talking about the other thing, that's an interesting strategy.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of just like playing with the space on my paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they were trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you want to change your mind or something unexpected may happen. That's not a tip for writing. Wait, is this even a tip for writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. We always show Sari last, so let's go Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Giant Yo-Yo. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of doing something a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this a poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods, and timidly hands me the poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that was fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me his excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical.
I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it to face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Giant Yo-Yo?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're such a good listener.
Let's go with Natsuki now.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh? Phew what?
Well, that it isn't a train wreck. I'll take that as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, that might be a compliment. Aha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well, then, keep practicing and maybe you'll reach my level.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really stuck to me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was really unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I suppose you're my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad, Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider levels. And I am gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right?
It's a quite bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you and think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anybody and it makes them happy? I think people need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about the same thing today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem is about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make fun of each other and feel insecure about those kind of things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything.
It's not Suki's having trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best after all. I don't like it writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make sure people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one tomorrow, so look forward to it.
And the only person left is Sayori, so...
Boom.
Oh, Giant Yo-Yo? I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
Eh? No way. Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
What?
Stop thinking weird things, idiot. Jeez, this guy's mean. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things.
Like cooking?
Let's not talk about that. So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is, I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? Ooh, I pat Sayori in the head.
Hey, I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Giant Yo-Yo, will you give me your poem? I kinda wanna keep it.
Huh? Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening to me anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home.
Really? Ah! I broke my pencil.
Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece that she dropped, but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk.
Anyway.
I haven't still read your poem.
Oh, sorry about that. But it's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it.
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out for each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters in between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head.
Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Sayori's always had the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room, we can get started.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than just a few decorations. Sayori has been working on the posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us where we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing.
Performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance.
Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring posters, holds up to show us.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys,
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri haven't shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the face of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show what literature's all about.
yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice.
I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright.
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I really don't have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously gonna be the death of me.
Yuri, you're kidding, right?
Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna be practicing reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off helping out each other. I'll start off to make them more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she had in mind for herself. Then, she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion between each line she recites and brings the words to life. Is this something she has done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around at me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Amir? I'll go next.
Oh, what? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting on so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayuri?
It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayuri begins her poem.
Somehow it feels that like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Giant Yo-Yo liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, what I've been practicing. That kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
Then next time, I'm gonna make sure you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Giant Yo-Yo. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Giant Yo-Yo lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki.
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just you, Natsuki. Yeah.
I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do this again.
Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is. Oh.
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have to worry much about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea about what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem to get enough practice before show. I'll be making a pamphlet, so let me know what you'll be reciting ahead of time. Jeez, you should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day.
I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Giant Yo-Yo. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's just go already. I walk around with Sayuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayuri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri?
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayuri fumbles with the words.
So, let's just say one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, yeah, Sayuri. Sayuri, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But, she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I've already seen her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Giant Yo-Yo. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayuri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never gonna happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayuri to care about so much, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Whew, that was a big episode. Sorry it took so long to release my next video. I've been doing some things at school, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a like if you do, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed. That does it for this video. This is Giant Yo-Yo Tiger, signing off.